The midsize SUV market is exploding, but there is such a thing as too much choice. That's why we've compiled this list of the top 15 midsize SUVs in 2024. Number 1. Honda Passport. Best value for money. The Honda Passport stands out as a very well-rounded midsize SUV with a sporty exterior, plenty of cargo space, standard features, and solid performance. Every Passport comes with a 3.5-liter V6 engine, which, paired with a 9-speed automatic and all-wheel drive, provides 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. That propels the Passport from 0 to 60 in just under 7 seconds, making it one of the fastest SUVs in its category and price range. The interior is spacious and well laid out, offering plenty of head and legroom for up to 3 adults in the back seat. The large doors and high stance allow great visibility from all angles. Storage is generous. You get 77.7 cubic feet with the back seats folded down, perfect for tents, coolers, and camping gear. Even with the seats up, there's 41 cubic feet available, enough room for all your family's essentials. Fuel economy is on par with other midsize SUVs at 21 miles per gallon combined. The build quality feels premium, with soft plastics on the dash, high gloss black trims, and matte finish controls, making it good value for money. Standard features, even on the base model, are generous and include 20-inch wheels, a power liftgate, a sunroof, heated mirrors, and a range of comfort and convenience features, like 3-zone climate control, leather seats, and a modern infotainment system with an 8-inch touchscreen. Standard safety features include a blind spot warning, collision mitigation, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and parking sensors. One last thing to mention, the price range for the Passport is between $42,000 and $48,000. Write it down, and let's move on to the next one on our list. Number 2. Kia Telluride, most affordable 3-row SUV. Starting at just about $38,000, the 2024 Kia Telluride really stands out in the 3-row midsize SUV market for its handsome, bold styling, a smooth V6, and an interior that feels almost luxurious, making it a fantastic value. And if you love adventures, the Telluride is up for the task, as it can tow up to 5,500 pounds, and it's available in a rugged off-road version called X Pro. Under the hood, you'll find a naturally aspirated V6 that produces 291 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is available across all models. 0 to 60 miles an hour acceleration happens in about 6.8 seconds, and although it is a naturally aspirated engine, it handles low-rev acceleration really well. The ride is a bit on the firm side, but the available self-leveling rear air suspension helps smooth things out. Whether you're hauling camping gear, groceries, or sports equipment, the Kia Telluride will be up for the task, with 87 cubic feet of cargo space behind the first row, and 46 cubes behind the second and 21 behind the third. Fuel efficiency is reasonable for its class, with the front-wheel drive model achieving about 20 miles per gallon in the city and 26 miles per gallon on the highway. Obviously, the all-wheel drive version gets slightly less than that. Inside, the Telluride impresses with a comfortable, almost luxurious design, particularly in the top SX trim, which includes driver's seat memory function, a heads-up display, heated and ventilated rear seats, and Napa leather upholstery. The 3 rows of seats can be configured between seating for 8 with a second-row bench or 7 with optional captain's chairs. Tech-wise, you get a nice 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, in-dash navigation, and onboard Wi-Fi. Additional options include a 10-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, a 110-volt power inverter, and wireless smartphone charging. One very cool technology is the driver talk feature, which basically amplifies the driver's voice through the speakers in the back rows so the driver can easily chat with the passengers or check on the kids back there. In terms of trims, probably the best value is the SX trim, which gets you an ear luxury experience. With 12-way power-adjustable driver's seat, black-painted 20-inch rims, front and rear sunroofs, and second-row captain's chairs. That will set you back about $47,000, but it's still on the affordable side of the market for a 3-row midsize SUV. Number 3. Hyundai Santa Fe, best-looking 3-row SUV. The design team at Hyundai really outdid themselves this time. The 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe looks nothing like the previous model. It's boxy, it's rugged, yet sleek, with lots of curb appeal. This redesign isn't just about looks, it's functional too, aiming to attract outdoor enthusiasts. The larger build and wide tailgate make it easy to haul things like rooftop tents and big adventure gear. Under the hood, there's a 277 horsepower turbocharged 2.5-liter engine paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive comes standard, but you can opt for all-wheel drive on any model. 0 to 60 miles an hour happens in just under 7 seconds. And while it's not exactly sporty, it rides comfortably, exactly what most buyers of 3-row SUVs are looking for. If you're thinking about towing, the new Santa Fe can handle up to 4,500 pounds, especially if you go for the rugged XRT trim with the towing package. As for fuel economy, the front-wheel drive model gets 20 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Choose all-wheel drive or the XRT model, and those numbers dip slightly. If it's too low for you, there's also a hybrid option that uses a turbocharged 1.6-liter engine and an electric motor, offering a combined 232 horsepower. It's a bit slower than the non-hybrid one, but it's still plenty of performance for everyday driving. And the fuel economy is around the 36 miles per gallon mark in the city and 31 or better on the highway. Inside, the strong and boxy theme continues with nearly everything squared off except the steering wheel and a few control knobs. The XRT trim borrows some rugged styling cues from the Land Rover Defender, but at a much lower price. The gigantic center console can accommodate a dual smartphone charging area and lots of storage space. In the back, the second row is roomy enough, but things can get a little too cozy on the third row, which is more suited to kids or smaller adults. Cargo space behind the third row is about 15 cubic feet, but both rows do fold flat on the floor in case you need more space. Tech-wise, the Santa Fe is fitted with lots of goodies, like two 12.3-inch displays, one serving as a gauge cluster and the other as a touchscreen for the infotainment system. Even so, the Santa Fe keeps some of the traditional control knobs for climate and audio, which we find easier to manage than burying them under various infotainment menus, but that's just us. Standard tech amenities also include wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and even a UVC sterilization compartment in the glove box for sanitizing personal items. Hyundai doesn't skimp on the warranty either, offering a generous package that includes 5 years or 60,000 miles of limited coverage, 10 years or 100,000 miles for the powertrain, and 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Very good, Hyundai. Number 4. Subaru Outback. Most comfortable for the money. Yeah, you might have mixed feelings about the Subaru Outback because it's an SUV that looks more like a station wagon. And although its lower roofline means slightly less cargo space than a typical SUV, it makes up for it with easier access to the roof rails and crossbars for loading up gear. Plus, with standard all-wheel drive and nearly 9 inches of ground clearance, the Outback is as stable on icy roads as it is capable on rough trails. Under the hood, the Outback starts with a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, producing 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque across the base, premium, Onyx Edition, and limited trims. Opt for the higher-end touring models, including the Touring XT, and you'll find a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder that bumps up the power to 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. Every Outback features all-wheel drive, and while the base engine gets you to 60 miles an hour in 8.8 seconds, the turbocharged version offers a quicker, more responsive ride, similar to what you get on the Honda Passport. But acceleration isn't the main quality of the Outback. Practicality and comfort is. The seats are the perfect blend of soft and supportive, designed to hug you without feeling restrictive. The ride quality is very smooth, and it handles bumps without making the whole car feel too floaty either. That's a very fine balance between keeping you comfortable and in control. Tech-wise, base models come with dual 17-inch displays, but other trims upgrade to a more impressive 11.6-inch screen. Though not the sharpest in resolution, its size makes it easy to manage navigation, entertainment, and more. You also get standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can stay connected at all times. Fuel efficiency is a strong point, with the base engine achieving 29 miles per gallon combined, which is quite competitive. While the standard engine isn't the most powerful on the market, the Outback still represents excellent value. It comes well equipped even in its base form, with all-wheel drive, hill descent control, LED headlights, and fog lights, roof rails with integrated crossbars, dual 7-inch center touchscreens, and the Subaru EyeSight. The standard EyeSight safety suite of features includes adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, lane keeping assist, and automatic high beams. The starting price is a little under $30,000. Not bad at all. Number 5. Toyota Grand Highlander. Most family-friendly. The Toyota Grand Highlander takes the beloved features of the standard Highlander and supersizes them, offering more room and more comfort. Under the hood, a turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine is standard, and there's also a Grand Highlander hybrid with 2 hybrid powertrain options, including a powerful 362 horsepower Hybrid Max version. The standard 2.4-liter engine, coupled with standard front-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic transmission, allows the Grand Highlander to accelerate from 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds. The Hybrid Max version, on the other hand, shaves nearly a second and a half off that time. While the Grand Highlander might not be the most thrilling ride on winding roads, it's perfectly suited for everyday tasks like running errands, shuttling kids around, or heading out on a family road trip. It can tow up to 5,000 pounds, matching the capacity of rivals like the Honda Pilot, Kia Telluride, and some Mazda CX90 models. As for fuel efficiency, the non-hybrid version achieves up to 21 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway, according to EPA estimates. The extended size of the Grand Highlander adds an extra third row, which adults will find surprisingly comfortable. The Toyota Grand Highlander is a family car by definition. The XLE entry-level trim is packed with features designed to appeal to families, such as a power liftgate, heated front seats, second-row window shades, and plenty of USB and power outlets, so the kids can charge their Nintendo consoles while on long rides. Pricing starts at almost $45K and can go up to $55K. There are 3 available trims, but we think the base XLE version has enough luxury and technology features for the money, and you should go for that. Number 6. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Best combination of off-road and comfort. Heading out into the wild doesn't mean you have to skimp on comfort or style, and the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee is here to prove it. This 2-row midsize SUV is not only tough on the outside, but also plush on the inside, and it can handle some pretty tough terrain. On top of that, you also have a choice of 2 solid engine options to choose from. The standard engine is a 3.6-liter V6 that puts out 293 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque that can propel it from 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and standard rear-wheel drive, but you can opt for 4-wheel drive. Jeep also offers a plug-in hybrid version, the 4xe, which combines a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 2 electric motors and a 17.3 kilowatt-hour battery pack. This setup generates 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, which are delivered to all 4 wheels as standard, and it can sprint from 0 to 60 in just 5.5 seconds. Inside, the Grand Cherokee doesn't skimp on comfort. The front seats are exceptionally comfy, perfect for long drives. The available air suspension ensures a smooth ride over bumps without being too floaty. While the Grand Cherokee might not be the most agile SUV on twisty roads, it excels off the beaten path, outperforming most mid-size crossovers in rugged terrain. As for options and features, the base Laredo trim packs a few very helpful driver aid features, such as adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot warning, forward collision mitigation, or rear parking sensors with automatic braking. That automatic braking is a nice touch, as it can apply the brakes to prevent a collision when you're trying to park your car. As you move up from the Laredo to the Altitude, Limited, Overland, and Summit trims, each level adds more features. Notable optional add-ons include a digital rearview mirror, a 10.25-inch passenger touchscreen, a 19-speaker Alpine sound system, front seats with massage functions, an electronic limited slip differential, and an automated parking system. The high-end trims also include Jeep's Active Driving Assist for hands-free highway driving and a trailer tow package with a Class 4 trailer hitch, plenty of wiring harnesses, automatic headlight leveling, and heavy-duty cooling and electrical systems, plus a load-leveling rear suspension. Number 7. Mazda CX90, most versatile 3-row midsize overall. The Mazda CX90 has stepped in to replace the discontinued CX9, moving the Japanese automaker's biggest SUV closer to the midsize luxury SUV territory. Despite some initial skepticism about this strategic move from Mazda, the CX90 quickly silenced doubters by racking up multiple accolades thanks to its new turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6 engine, truly luxurious feel, and dynamic driving characteristics. The CX90 lives up to Mazda's high-end ambitions beautifully by offering luxurious amenities that surpass anything else in Mazda's current SUV lineup at the moment. Its design is both handsome and modern, taking interior styling hints from its siblings, the CX50 and MX-30. Additionally, the CX90 introduces a brand new architecture that will also underpin the upcoming 2-row CX70, set to join Mazda's lineup in 2025. Under the hood, the CX90 debuts Mazda's new turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6 engine, supported by a 48-volt hybrid system. This setup delivers 280 horsepower in the standard models and 340 horsepower in the S trims. This type of engine aligns Mazda with competitors like the BMW X5 and Land Rover Range Rover Sport, marking a clear push towards a more premium market segment. There's also a plug-in hybrid variant, which uses a 323 horsepower system similar to what's found in the CX90 in Europe. All versions come with an 8-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. Performance-wise, the CX90's inline-six can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, which is more than you'll ever need from a 3-row midsize SUV. Fuel efficiency is good, with the EPA rating the non-hybrid CX90 at up to 24 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. Inside, the CX90 boasts a stylish cabin with seating for up to 8, or 7 if you opt for the second-row captain's chairs. Starting from the preferred trim, leather upholstery becomes standard, with the richer Napa leather reserved for the Premium Plus trims. Tech features include a 10.3-inch or larger 12.3-inch infotainment display embedded in the dashboard, controlled via a click wheel on the center console. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, with expected wireless connectivity for both. Lower trims come with a 7-inch digital gauge display and an 8-speaker stereo. In terms of cargo, you'll find about 16 cubic feet behind the third row, which expands to 40 cubic feet with the third row down, and a total of 75 cubic feet with both rows folded. Starting price is a little under $40,000, but it can go as high as $58,000. Number 8. Ford Bronco, most fun off-roader. The 2024 Ford Bronco really managed to keep its cool legacy alive without getting stuck in the past. As it enters its 4th year, this truck-based SUV is all about adventure, perfect for off-roading with its 4-wheel drive technologies, high ground clearance, and tons of available upgrades to tackle rough terrain. Plus, you can have it with a removable roof and doors for those wild summer drives. Under the hood, you have 2 choices, a turbo 4-cylinder or a peppier turbo V6. The standard setup in the Big Bend model includes a 2.3-liter turbocharged engine that cranks out 300 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. This one comes with a 7-speed manual, but if you prefer, there's an option to switch to Ford's famed 10-speed automatic. If you go for the turbo V6, you'll get 330 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, making it easy and fun to speed up on highways, getting you from 0 to 60 in just about 7.3 seconds. Inside, the Bronco feels more comfy and supportive than its main rival, the Jeep Wrangler. The seats are great for long drives, offering good adjustments to keep you relaxed. The ride is a bit firm because it's built like a truck, but it's okay. Even with the base trim, you'll still get a digital instrument panel, a 12-inch infotainment touchscreen with built-in navigation, a 7-speaker audio system, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with wireless connectivity, and a smart terrain management system with 6 drive modes. Hill Start Assist, automatic emergency braking, hill descent control, and trail turn assist are standard. As for gas mileage, expect about 17 to 20 miles per gallon, depending on the model and the engine you choose. Overall, the Bronco combines great off-road capability with a distinct style. It looks rugged without trying too hard, and being able to strip down the roof and doors adds an extra fun factor. Number 9. Dodge Durango, best midsize for towing. You might not have expected it, but the 2024 Dodge Durango definitely deserves a spot on our midsize SUV shortlist. This 3-row beast is all about bringing family hauling to a whole new level of cool, and the fact that there's no 4-cylinder in sight is awesome. The Durango comes standard with a 295 horsepower V6 paired with an 8-speed automatic and available all-wheel drive that can propel the midsize SUV from 0 to 60 in about 7.4 seconds. But the optional 360 horsepower V8 not only gives you a major boost in power, but also ups your towing capacity to a hefty 8,700 pounds. Performance-wise, the V8 will get you from 0 to 60 in about 6.2 seconds. And if you're looking for something even more extreme, the Durango SRT 392 cranks out 475 horsepower. And at the top end, the Durango SRT Hellcat blasts a whopping 710 horsepower. But that's a completely different territory. Driving the Durango, you'll find the suspension strikes a nice balance between sporty and comfortable. The steering and brakes are responsive, reminding you that you're in an SUV. But it's got a rear-wheel drive base that adds an athletic edge to its ride, reminding you that underneath there somewhere, there's a muscle car soul. Fuel efficiency-wise, the V6 model can get up to 19 miles per gallon in the city and 26 on the highway, while the V8 model goes up to 14 in the city and 22 on the highway. Inside, the Durango impresses with a focus on ergonomics, high-quality materials, and overall comfort. The driver faces a sleek set of gauges with red and white on a black color scheme. The steering wheel is nice and sporty, featuring stylish metal look trim and clicky paddle shifters. Tech-wise, the Durango boasts one of the best infotainment systems out there. The base SXT and mid-range GT models come with an 8.4-inch display, and there's an optional 10.1-inch screen for the GT and standard on the Citadel and RT trims. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included with both setups. For extra entertainment, especially for those in the back, there's an optional rear seat entertainment system with dual screens and hookups for additional devices like game consoles. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz GL Class, Best All-Around Luxury. We couldn't have done such a list without including the GL Class in it. A favorite among those looking for a bit more comfort and luxury, the Mercedes-Benz GL Class can also be configured with an optional small third row if you need it. For 2024, the GLE is available in 6 trims: GLE 350, GLE 450, GLE 450e, GLE 580, AMG GLE 53, and AMG GLE 63S. Except for the GLE 450e with its plug-in hybrid system, all models come with standard all-wheel drive and a mild hybrid setup. Starting with the GLE 350, you'll find a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine delivering 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. This model includes some great features like a sunroof, a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen, digital instrument panel, wireless smartphone charging, and built-in navigation. The GLE 450 offers the same amenities but upgrades to a more powerful turbocharged 6-cylinder engine with 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. If fuel efficiency is your priority, the GLE 450e is the way to go. It's a plug-in hybrid that pairs a turbo 4-cylinder with hybrid components to produce 381 horsepower. It's quick too, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 in about 5.7 seconds. While the Mercedes-Benz GLE can become quite pricey with all the added options, we feel that the value you get in return is quite justified. It might not be the flashiest on the road in terms of styling or personality, but it certainly meets all the necessary luxury benchmarks of today. Number 11. Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, Best Performance Midsize SUV. If we make performance the number one factor, then the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT should be top of the list. Its acceleration, braking, and handling are all exceptional, rivaling the performance of the likes of Lamborghini Urus and BMW XM. It's not just fast, it's exciting, with a turbocharged V8 engine that makes every upshift a thrill. With 650 horsepower, it's a powerhouse that races from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 3.2 seconds. Despite its sport-tuned suspension, the ride remains comfortable on city streets. Inside, Porsche's commitment to creating a driver-focused experience shines through. Both the steering wheel and the driver's seat are highly adjustable, so the drivers can easily find the perfect driving position, whether it's a low hatchback-like feel or a higher traditional SUV seating stance. For those looking for something a bit less extreme, the base Cayenne features a turbocharged 3-liter V6 engine that produces 348 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque. Number 12. Acura MDX, Best Luxury for the Money. The Acura MDX is a low-key luxury SUV that your friends might not know much about, but that's their fault, not yours. The Acura MDX should be high on your list as a luxury 3-row SUV in 2024, thanks to its sporty handling, spacious interior, and comfortable ride. But on top of all these, it comes at a lower price point than many of its rivals, offering similar features for less money. Unlike some other SUVs in its class, the MDX's third-row seat is quite roomy, making it a comfortable spot for adults on shorter trips. There's even a handy cabin intercom system to keep the conversation going or to send reminders to the kids in the back, along with 2 impressive sound systems to choose from. Under the hood, the MDX packs a 3.5-liter V6 engine that delivers 290 horsepower and 267 pound-feet of torque, coupled with a 10-speed automatic transmission. This setup gets the MDX from 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds. Standard features are generous and include 19-inch wheels, a panoramic sunroof, power liftgate, heated front seats, and second-row seats that recline and slide. Safety isn't overlooked either, with the Acura Watch suite of advanced driver aids like forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control, all standard even on the entry-level trim. For those who crave more power, the Type S version of the MDX features a turbocharged 3-liter V6 that boosts output to 335 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. This version also features a sport-tuned adaptive air suspension and transmission, unique all-wheel drive settings, Brembo front brakes, and striking 21-inch wheels. Number 13, Audi Q7, best luxury 3-row midsize SUV. The Audi Q7 really stands out as one of the top 3-row luxury SUVs on the market right now. It can seat up to 7 passengers in what is a very plush interior, packed with all the latest tech features. You can choose from 3 main trim levels: Premium, Premium Plus, and Prestige. The Premium and Premium Plus trims come with a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, known as the 45 TFSI, which delivers 261 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. If you opt for the Prestige trim, you'll get the more powerful turbocharged 3-liter V6, the 55 TFSI, cranking out 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. Both engines work with an 8-speed automatic transmission as standard. The V6 engine is particularly zippy, sending the Q7 from 0 to 60 in just about 5.6 seconds. That makes the Audi one of the fastest non-performance midsize SUVs on the market right now. The ride is exceptionally comfortable too, with minimal road or wind noise and an available 4-zone climate control system that effectively manages cabin temperatures across all 3 rows. When it comes to cargo, the Q7 offers from 14.2 cubic feet behind the 3rd row to a maximum of 69.6 cubic feet with all the seats folded down. An optional air suspension can raise or lower the rear end, which is a big help when loading and unloading gear. The power-folding 3rd row seats are designed to fold regardless of the 2nd row's position, which is very convenient. All in all, the Audi Q7 demonstrates that you don't have to sacrifice driving pleasure for family functionality. It can do both. Number 14, Ford Explorer, the classy suburban family hauler. We couldn't have left out the Ford Explorer, could we? It's essentially what started the midsize SUV segment, and it still does its job well, hauling suburban families back and forth. The 2024 Ford Explorer gives you 2 engine choices: a turbocharged 4-cylinder and a more fun V6, both available with rear-wheel or all-wheel drive. The 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine delivers 300 horsepower and can accelerate to 60 miles an hour in about 6 seconds. For those who like a bit more zip, get the 400 horsepower twin-turbocharged 3-liter V6, available on the King Ranch, Platinum, or ST models. The starting price is around $38,455 and can go up to $57,310 depending on the chosen trim and options. If you're looking for the best value, the mid-level limited model is a great choice. The smaller single-turbo 4-cylinder might not have the oomph of the twin-turbo V6, but it's efficient and capable, towing up to 5,300 pounds with the optional towing package. You might want to add all-wheel drive for an extra $2,000. Number 15, BMW X5, most fun midsize SUV. The BMW X5 is all about speed and style, and it's got plenty of both to keep things exciting. Right from the start, the X5 aims to please a wide audience by offering 3 different engine configurations: a smooth 375 horsepower inline-6, a powerful 523 horsepower twin-turbo V8, and an eco-friendly plug-in hybrid that packs a 25.7 kilowatt-hour battery which can handle up to 38 miles of electric range only, letting you speed up to 84 miles an hour without the gas engine. All engines link up with BMW's famed 8-speed automatic transmission, known for its reliability and performance. But where the X5 really shines is its driving dynamics. It's sharp and responsive, allowing you to have a little bit of fun on any winding road, while also hauling your family back and forth. Fuel efficiency for the plug-in hybrid is solid, with the EPA rating it at 22 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the highway, or 58 miles per gallon equivalent combined when using both gas and electric power. Inside, you'll be welcomed by top-notch materials, loads of charging ports for gadgets, and luxury options. Standard features include power-adjustable front seats with driver memory, a power-adjustable steering column, heated front seats, a panoramic sunroof, dual-zone automatic climate control, a power rear liftgate, rain-sensing wipers, and customizable ambient lighting. All in all, the X5 makes family hauling and driving enjoyment a great package.